video, we're going to talk about the general form of a linear equation. But before we start, make sure you press the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos. So to start off, right, the general form of a linear equation is given as y is equal to mx plus c, right? So as well, in this video, we're going to look at how we identify the gradient and how we can come up with the sketch of a straight line, right? So y is equal to mx plus c, thus is the general form of a linear equation, and m represents the gradient, then c represents the y-intercept on the y-axis. So c represents the y-intercept. And what do we mean by y-intercept? Y-intercept, we're saying this is the value that y takes when x is equal to 0. So we're saying when x is equal to 0. This is the value that y takes. So as you can see, when x is equal to 0, y will be equal to c. So c is the y-intercept, right? So now let's look at this example. So we're saying that, for example, we've got y is equal to 2x plus 3. So first of all, just identifying the gradient, we're saying that we see that here the gradient, right, being the coefficient of x is 2. So m is 2, that's the gradient. And now coming up with the sketch, right? So it's coming up with the sketch of a straight line. What we need, basically, we need the y-intercept and the x-intercept, right? So those are the crucial points that we really need when we need to come up with the sketch of a straight line. So for this equation, allow me to erase this. So this is a 2x plus 3. So we're saying that the y-intercept, we say c is the y-intercept. That is when x is 0. So we've got 0, then y is equal to 3. So this is the first point that we have. Then the second point, we're saying this is the point where now y is equal to 0. So when y is equal to 0, solving the equation 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, we're saying that 2x is equal to minus 3 such that x is minus 1.5. So we're saying minus 1.5 is the value of x when y is equal to 0. So we're simply using these 2 points to come up with the sketch of this equation. So we're saying that we've got this, all right? So we've got 0, 3. We need 3 on the y-axis, and then this is the x-axis, 0, and we need minus 1.5. So point 0.03 would be here, and then point minus 1.50 will be here. So now we can just join these 2 points, and of course we can extend the line. Let me redraw here. This is supposed to come through B, and then this like that. So of course we can extend the line because we are saying that these 2 intercepts, they're just helping us come up with an idea of how this line is supposed to be like. And this is how we can sketch a straight line. So now let's attempt these 4 questions that require us to first of all identify the gradient, then come up with the sketch of the line. So allow me to erase this. Okay, so to start off, we've got number 1. Number 1 says that 2y minus x is equal to 6. So like the question says, we need to write down the gradient first. Then we say m gives us the gradient, provided that the equation is written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So first of all, we have to rewrite this equation in such a way that it's in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So making y subject of the formula, we're saying 2y is equal to x plus 6. Then dividing both sides by 2, we're saying y is x over 2 plus 6 over 2, which we can rewrite as y is equal to x over 2 plus 3. Right. Now this is in that form. So now what is the coefficient of x? As you can see, the coefficient of x is a half here. So this half is the coefficient of x. So the gradient of this line, m, would be 1 over 2. And then now coming up with the sketch for the line, we're saying that we need the intercepts, like we talked about. So we're saying when x is 0, what is y? When x is 0, here, y is c. So y is 3. And when y is 0, what is x? So now when y is 0, here, x is minus 6. So these are the 2 points that we need to come up with a sketch. So now we can simply sketch using those 2 points. So we need minus 6, 0. So we need minus 6 on the x-axis, 0. Then we need 3 on the y-axis. So 0, 3 would be here. Minus 6, 0 will be there. And then we just join these two. We just join these 2 points like that. Right, extending the line. So this is for number 1. Now moving on to number 2. Number 2, we've got y is equal to 6 minus 2x. So as you can see, this already is in the form y is equal to mx plus c. We can choose to rewrite it as y is equal to minus 2x plus 6. Right, we can just swap these. Right, taking note that this minus is for minus 2, then this 6 is a positive. So the coefficient of x here is minus 2, such that the gradient of that line is minus 2. And then now finding the intercepts, we are saying when x is 0, y is c, which is 6. So we've got 0, 6. And then when when y is now equal to 0, right, we can solve for the value of x. So when y is 0, we're saying minus 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. Then 6 is equal to 2x. X would be equal to 3. So we also have 3, 0. So now we use those intercepts to come up with the sketch. So we're saying we've got this. So we need 6 on the x-axis. Then we need, we need 3 on the x-axis. So we need 3 on the x-axis. Then we need 6 on the x-axis, on the y-axis here. Right, such that 0, 6 would be here. And then 3, 0 would be there. Then we just join those 2 points. Right. We just join these with an extended line. So this would be the sketch for the line. Now moving on to number 3. So allow me to erase this. Okay, now moving on to number 3. Right, we've got 3y plus x minus 9 is equal to 0. So of course we need to rewrite it to make y subject of the formula. So we're saying 3y is equal to minus x plus 9. Then dividing both sides by 3, y would be minus 1 over 3x plus 9 over 3, which would be y is equal to minus 1 over 3x plus 3. So now this is in the form y is equal to mx plus c in such a way that the coefficient of x, which is supposed to be the gradient in this case, is minus 1 over 3. So the gradient here is minus 1 over 3. And then the intercepts that we need for sketching this line, we're saying when x is 0, y is equal to 3. So we've got 0, 3. And then when y is 0, what is x? So now when y is 0, we can even use this equation since it's simpler. When y is 0, we can take minus 9 to the side such that x is equal to 9. Right. So coming up with the sketch, we need 3 on the y-axis. So this is the y, and then we need 9 on the x-axis. Such that 0, 3 would be here, and 9, 0 will be there. Then we just join these two like that, then extended line. So this would be the sketch for this equation. Now for number 4, we've got 3x minus 2y is equal to 8. And again, we should rewrite it in such a way that it's in the form y is equal to mx plus c for us to identify the gradient. So if we take 2y this side and 8 this side, by saying 2y is equal to 3x minus 8, then dividing both sides by 2, y is equal to 3 over 2x minus 8 over 2, which gives us a 4. Right. So here the coefficient of x, which is the gradient in this case, is 3 over 2. So m is 3 over 2 here. Then the intercepts that we need, we're saying when x is 0, y is equal to minus 4. So this is the y-intercept. When x is 0, y is equal to minus 4. And now when y is 0, right, when y is 0, x would be 8 over 3. Right, like that. So these are the two intercepts that we need. So now I shall draw this. So we need minus 4 on the y. Okay, minus 4 on the y-axis. Right, this is the y-axis. This is the x-axis. Then on the x-axis we need 8 over 3. 8 over 3, that's 2 and 1 over 3. So somewhere, let's just say somewhere. So this is 8 over 3. Right. And then, so 8 over 3, 0 will be there. 0 minus 4 will be there. So we join these two like that. So that this is that equation. Y is equal to 3 over 2x minus 4. So this was simply looking at how we would identify the gradient from the equation of a straight line, and as well how we come up with the sketch of a straight line using the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So please feel free to leave a comment, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.